So how was it like competing in probably the most followed national pageant in the world?
Well, first, maybe as a Stefan say, my expectations were like out of place because it was my first pageant. I never imagined that actually I could win the pageant. It was like this is my first time. It's like really, Gabby. But after I was every day proving myself that I was capable and like seeing how I perceive the evolution in all my capabilities. I was doing best in runway. I was doing best in oratory. So that that process of like discovering myself allowed me to recognize me as a valuable to recognize myself as a valuable woman that I can actually give something different to the pageant, different to those girls that passed before me, because I think that it's important that you create a statement that this girl is beautiful, but I am beautiful in my own way. So when I won Miss Venezuela, it was a very deep process in the good way and in the bad way, because I have to take so many like beliefs of my mind, like cultural beliefs that kind of like give you limits sometimes. About I have to heal a lot from my youth and my childhood of my parent divorce, the loss of my auntie, uh, those kind of issues with my self-esteem, because one of the biggest challenge for me was a smile. And maybe this is like something like stupid for people. It's like, hey, Gabby, it's a beauty pageant. Put Vaseline on your teeth and smile. That's easy. But let me tell you, the process as a beauty queen is a lot of like responsibilities here in Venezuela for that time. You have a lot of sponsors responsibility, beauty, photo shootings, commercial taping. You have a lot of events that you have to go as a spokesperson, a lot of humanitarian activities. I was volunteering in 3 different hospitals in the time that I was Miss Venezuela. Uh, as I mentioned, I went for 3 months to the US to study English. And when I came back, I have like all the work accumulated. It was a lot of things to do, plus the pressure that I mean, she have to do the best. I mean, she's Venezuela, she doesn't have the fears. She doesn't have the, so all the people was like pushing to me to become someone that I was not. And that created a struggle in my head, in my mind, in my soul. And I have to, as I mentioned, go deep in my feelings. And it was a discovery process for me that actually I'm talking in my first book, by the way. Because I discovered that to smile, I had to heal many things. And thinking in something that actually give me light, give me inspiration, give me joy. In that time, I was thinking in my niece, Ana Paula, and she was always like, Auntie, you have to pose like this. When you do the kiss, you need to do like this. And it was like, oh, how is she doing all of this? And I don't have the glam to do that. So it was a discovery process for me, where I allowed myself to be funny, to be playful, and to actually get out of my comfort zone that I was very straightforward, that I was very square. It's like, I'm very correct, I'm very professional, I'm very perfectionist, and that it doesn't fit when you have to show yourself. So breaking the barriers that I have in my mind was a challenge. But I work with Grace Fontecha. I don't know if you know her. She's a Puerto Rican pageant coach. She trained Diana, she trained Stefania. She is amazing. And with her, I learned so many things. I learned how to smile from my soul. I learned how to be like sassy. I learned how to be, like that Venezuelan personality that have charisma. And all of that, I have it on me. But it was like sleeping in my head. So my transformation during Miss Venezuela, people can see. If you look in Google a video as Miss Guarico, and you compare how I speak when I was Miss Guarico and then when I was Miss Universe, it's two different women.